Hi, witches. Oh gosh, it's so dark in here. The sun is just coming out and it's going in. And as you all know, I'm very natural about things and I don't put up good lighting. Okay. Yeah, so I use natural lighting, the sunlight, or the light, the electrical lights. But anyways, and the one in the city. But anyways, hopefully, if you don't see this one, well, you'll see the next one, because I will get up and turn the light on. Simple as that. Greetings, witches. How are you? Hello to all of my witches, the witches of the darkness, the witches of the lantern, and the witches that balance both darkness and light. Blessings to you, especially green blessings to those who are starting out the new year. This is 2016 and you got these plans to plant these gardens, or to just grow some plants, or to grow some money. Hey, and especially to those witches who will bring forth life to the planet. As I say, I'm speaking to all of the witches, especially the witches who have crossed over, the witches of the present and the witches of the future. But there is no present, there is no past and future, because everything is parallel. Everything is happening right now. Okay? But anyways, I wanted to talk to you all because guess what? I did do a quick video, and want to make sure we're recording a quick video, and I said that I was going to talk about the client that I had that was having this experience with some astral entities that deceived him. Now, I want to go back to when he first came to me with his complaints, because that's what it was. It was a complaint. I started this case about 20 was it was 2014. The client came to me and he said he was having a situation where, as to when he went to sleep at night, he would wake up in another world, another place. The house he woke up in looked exactly like the house that he lived in. Only the house that he lived in was not as elaborate as the one he woke up in, or not as, historical as the one he woke up in. The house he lived in was very modern, but when he woke up in the astralscape, the house would be designed just totally different. But yes, the layout plan was the same. Like I said, it looked like a Victorian home to him when he woke up, not a modern day home. And everything was really nice and nice and clean, and smelled nice, clean, and fresh. It was just not like his home. He said that, there was a family living there, and it was an argument between the two of them as to whose house it was. He knew it was his house. They knew it was their house. They were sharing the same space. At that particular time, it was not that terrifying to him because the family befriended him. He would tell them his name. They knew his name. You don't have to tell us who you are. We know you. There were two little girls. They were mulattoes little girls, or they may have been Caucasian little girls. My client was an African-American male. They befriended him. And not just that, they knew him. It's like they had known him forever, but he knew them not. They were not familiar to him. And the two little girls would play with him, and he became a part of the family. So when he went to sleep, he went to another astral world where these were people that cared a whole lot about him, and they were concerned about his well-being. He would tell them, I am living in the year 2014, and they'd be like, no, there's no such thing as the year 2014. Why do you say that all of the times? They would have regular meals, and the meal consisted of only like bread and water. Um, it looked sort of like, he said, like that French bread, that very fancy bread, and they would drink cold water. That's it. So this went on for some years, guys. I'd say for like a year and a half. It went on with him visiting this family, being in this astral world when he went to sleep. It was like he had two lives. He had the life here and the life there. But then I said a year and a half into it, he reported to me that the family they were all in the wagon, and the wagon turned over, and he turned over in the wagon too, and they all died. He said the family died. The little girls died. We all died. It was a year and a half later. It was a year and a half later. Matter of fact, it was 2015 when he told us that, like maybe the beginning of 2015, and then everything stopped. It was no more visiting the family. It just abruptly came to an end, and everything kind of got back to normal again. But then the little girls began to haunt him. They came to haunt him. Things missing in the home, no explanation for it. It was so bad until he began to have terrifying nightmares. The little girls would be the center of the terrorism. They began to whisper in his ear when he was asleep, and they had the strength of a man, little girls. They would grab him by his neck and hold him down in his sleep and say, "We got you now." And their voices sounded like men, but they looked like little girls. And we're not going to let you go. And as I talk to you all about it, I am myself mortified, just terrified. And they would just hold him down and say, "We got you now. We're not going to let you go." And he would just be stricken with the paralysis that's just frightening. And he would come to me, and I'd give him, different things to work with. And he got a lot of peace from the candles, peaceful candles. He got a lot of peace from them, peaceful home candles and stuff. And they would work, and it would keep them at bay. But finally, he just really didn't want to put the money out to buy the candles. He didn't want to do it. He said, "Well, I don't want to do it anymore." He said, "Because it lasts, and it's only temporary. I need something permanent. I need a permanent fix." And I was telling him there is no permanent fix. And I knew here in my head it was death, and you could only keep that off for so long. And I said, "You just got to keep doing this. This is the only way." And he was angry about it, and he felt like there was something better. So he just didn't do anything at all. But then there came a time when it got really bad. He said that this hooded figure came, and he had a hood over his head, and there was no body in it. It was an invisible body that you couldn't see. It was on a black void, the blackest of all voids, unexplainable darkness. And it came to him in astroscape, and excuse me, family. It held him down and wouldn't let him go. Wouldn't let him go. And the strength was so powerful, and the voice was so dark and deep and hellish-fied. And it said, it said, "Hold down." And it was just, I can't even fathom what it could sound like. I know he was trying to explain it to me, and he said it was so terrifying. And I told him, I said, "You need to ask him what he wants." He said, "I will the next time, but hopefully it won't be another time." He said, "But I frightened it off because I rebuked him in the name of Jesus." And it worked, he said. They ran, they flee, it ran. It was just like a cape, a black cape, and it just ran with nothing in it. But it came back. It came back with more beings. just like him. And he came back with help, and they held him down, and he said, "What do you want?" And they said, "Your soul." And he said, "You can't have it. You can't have it. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And they all ran. Capes running with no bodies in it. And I said, "You need to definitely, get these candles and stuff." He got the candles and he burned them for like a few days. And he said, "I'm good. I'm good. I'm good." I said, "That's good. That's good." He said, "But I sleep with the lights on. I'm good as long as I sleep with the lights on." And it worked for a while. And his candles were out. And I said, "You can never, ever be without these candles. You're going to have to always get these candles, okay?" And he said, "But no, it's not keeping them off. They come back. I don't want to keep doing this." So when he got the candles. Matter of fact, we took him to get them. He had a boatload of candles, and we were happy for him. And he had the smile on his face. Finally, I can get some sleep. I can get some peace and everything. And he went to we all went and did something. Came back to the car. They were all gone. Candles were gone. All of them. They were gone. I didn't think much of it. I was like, well, maybe somebody got in the car and got the candles, but they couldn't have. The car was locked. Everything was in there. More things in that car that was valuable than some candles, but they were gone. He said he went to sleep that night, and he said the little girl said, "We got your candles. Na 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 na." They played around him, danced around him. Sort of like that Freddy Krueger shit, that you see when, they can't go to sleep and shit because, these beings be terrifying them. Same thing. Y'all see the spiritual activity around here. Y'all see this light dimming and shuddering and all of that, because I know that it's spiritual activity. So, everything is dimming. So he went on and he went to sleep. And that night, the terrifying beings came back, the hooded creatures. Y'all see them? They're playing with these lights. The hooded creatures came back. And they had nothing in the bodies of the capes. Nothing. Void darknesses. And they held them down. And guess who participated in it? Yes. The two little girls that befriended him a year back. They came to help him, to take the soul out of it. Yes, they did. They held him down, and he said it felt like they took something from him. And whatever it was, he don't know what it was, but he didn't feel like he had no life in him no more. And said the two little girls had black marble eyes. Black demonic eyes. And they held him down with brute force. He said it felt like a train was on top of him. Two little girls and those dark beings. He said, "I rebuke all of you in the name of Jesus." And they all fled and they ran off. I talked to him that Wednesday. And I will never forget the classical look of death upon a person. And I'm going to tell you, this death I'm talking about. And they called it a near death. It's called not near death, but far away death. That's what they call it. Far away death. It's the only time I have ever seen that in my life. The only time. The reason why I say that is because I am a nurse, and I've seen many people. I won't say I've seen many people die. I've seen a few people die. Seen them just before their death. Y'all see the spirits moving, messing with my lighting. All spiritual activity. I've seen death many times in my life. TV tapping, they tapping on my TVs and everything. Many times in my life I've seen it as a nurse. When I say many times, I'm talking about a few times. Because a lot of people haven't seen a person die. They've never seen them take their last breath. I've kind of came close to it, but I've definitely seen a lot of people prepare to die. But they were sick people or people that were, you know, they had just died. And that looks different from this one that I saw on this particular client. I'm going to tell you all what it looks like because I'll never forget it. If you want to kind of have an idea of what that looks like, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a person, a female, a woman, who has just gotten pregnant and she's glowing? She's glowing. She looks so beautiful. Her skin is really nice and really clean, no blemishes. She's glowing. And that's the look of pregnancy. Faraway death looks just like that. And this is usually the death that you see on people who are not sick people, but these people, the soul has just been snatched from them. And I kind of got an idea of what's going on. The soul is on the outside of the body and it's putting out its last light force energy. And it makes the person glow. I saw the family. His skin was so clear and pretty, and I never will forget his eyes they were glowing and they had tears in them. Not like he's gonna cry, but it was just like he was in two realms, here and in the realm of the dead. And his eyes was very teary and glassy, and it's just unexplainable. And that was it. That was the last time I saw him, and I said, "Oh my God!" He talked about the situation. I said, "You look so different." He said, "You know what?" He looked up at the sky. The sun was shining that day. He said, "I feel different too. I feel different." Life is so uncertain, family. I don't have the feeling of assurance that I used to. Let's put it like this: I feel like there are no guarantees. It's unexplainable what I feel now about this thing called life. But I'm gonna live it to the fullest. I'm gonna live it to the fullest, and I'm not gonna let anything frighten me. Let me tell you what was most frightening about this. And my spirits told me during the time I was giving this client candles to stop. And it was saying, you're trying to prevent something that is within divine order and is dangerous. And I knew it, but I felt like I needed to help my client. And I want to get to a series of lessons that I want to talk to you all about, family, when it's time to let go, cases that you must back away from, cases that may particularly harm you or your family. And if you care anything about yourself and your family, you will back away. You must back away. You must make the decision what is more important, sacrificing yourself or allowing divine order to take process, or hurting somebody in your family you love, making an exchange. So let me just go ahead and get to the end of this. That Wednesday I saw him. That Sunday, my spirits had warned me to leave it alone, and I decided that I was no longer going to continue with it. You know, that's that Sunday night. Grim Reaper, the entity that he saw, flew over my car to let me know that, intimidate me and let me know that I was no match for him. And that he was going to have his way, and that I needed to leave, and I needed to back off, and that I did. That was Sunday night. It was flying over my car. I could see the shadow of it. It flew over. It was projecting forward towards me on the street. It was a cape with nobody in it. It flew over me, and then it ascended upwards. It was gone. I talked to my client that night. I told I said I saw the being. It was hovering over my car, and the client was very confident. Oh, Well, I sleep with my light on. And that was the last word I heard from the client. Oh, I sleep with my light on. Like, I don't have that to worry about anymore. That was Sunday. Monday, the client was murdered. It took that Grim Reaper 24 hours to intimidate me and tell me to back off, or it was going to do some serious damage. 24 hours to get over there and have the client murdered. The soul was already ripped out by Wednesday. There was no coming back from that. The little girls, they deceived them. Anything in an astroscape or a dream setting that is just very just peace, but I don't even use peaceful. There was someone, and you know who you are. You said, don't go to the light because the light is a deception. That's the best way I can put this. Those little girls were actually demons. Okay? They were demons. Demons can take the shape and the form of anything that you like, that you desire, that you trust. They befriend you and they come to steal and destroy. That ends this video. I hope it helps somebody out there. Only the advanced witches should be here, especially the necromancers. I have been studying necromancy. I don't actually practice it. I think that it is out of my league, just like death itself. But there are some brave ones out there. Shout out to you. If there are some necromancers out there, please leave some comments. I doubt it. I have a virtual coven on Facebook. It is Spiritually Nyema, Nyemma. Click on it and come out to the coven. There are other covens out there. Even a coven that I started that I, actually removed myself from. Okay? So there are plenty covens out there and stuff. Hopefully one of them will suit your needs. This is only for the brave-hearted and for the advanced witches, the advanced spiritualists out there, priests, high priestesses, high priest. This is one for you. Okay? Anything else I need to tell you? That's going to do it. Okay? Bye-bye.